Got me saying you all the time. Fluff and cuddles, yeah, you're mine. You make my heart skip a beat. Every moment with you so sweet. I just can't help it. Your love is like a soft blanket. Ooh, you're my happy place. With you, there's no such thing as space. Your voice, it melts me like honey on toast. Every time we talk, I feel like I'm close. In your arms, I can fly so high. With every glance, you make me sigh. Got me saying you all the time. Fluff and cuddles, yeah, you're mine. You make my heart skip a beat. Every moment with you so sweet. Ooh, I just can't help it. Your love is like a soft blanket. Ooh, you're my happy place. With you, there's no such thing as space. Every smile that you give, I feel it in my soul. A little piece of you is all I want to hold. Ooh, I just can't help it. Your love is like a soft blanket. Ooh, you're my happy place. With you, there's no such thing as space. Ooh, you're my heart's melody.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. First off, what a tragic week we've had. Wow. Don't know what else to say other than that. I mean, as 2 days in a row, I had seen brutal acts of violence and witnessed two people lose their lives on video. And it's not the first, and I certainly don't want to downplay anyone else, but things are just escalating ridiculously fast. So tonight's stream's going to be just open. It's open like usual for everybody. I don't have a general topic. Feel free to just pop on if you're watching on any of the platforms. You can join our Discord on DainBramageEntertainment.com. It's the top link on the front of the page there, and you can jump right in the general channel here with me. We should hear you and everything on audio, and you can jump in and share whatever you've got, whatever's on your mind. So don't hesitate to pop in and share your thoughts. We're here for you. So otherwise, I'm just gonna hang out, play a little bit of Age of Empires 4 tonight. Gotta do something to distract the mind from the horrors of reality around you. Sad reality around you, that is. Ooh, what do we got? Nice big army. Ooh, get him! Oh, he killed my pony. How dare they kill my pony? Okay, do we want to go in that way? I think that's the only way we can go. Alright, we need more army. She moved on quick with a new man inside. Guess the future's code for an old-fashioned guy. What's this say? So yeah, anyways. Charlie Kirk. Wow, I was not expecting that one. And at a, in a freaking wide open public forum at a freaking college, nonetheless. I think what's irritating me about it too is everyone's quick to jump to, oh well, now, maybe everyone will want to ban guns on the right. Like, come on. That's just ridiculous, right? The banning guns wouldn't have stopped this. If someone had ill intent, they would have found it. A way to make bad things happen, you know. So it's a ridiculous argument. It sounds like a way to try to what's the word I'm looking for? Downplay what happened, or play off what the real issue was, you know, and that's the political violence that we're facing. Violence in general. See, that's the thing everyone wants to say. It's gun violence, it's political violence. So the problem is fucking violence in general. We've got a problem with it. We've had a problem with it for a long time, and no one's offering solutions for it. Everything they offer is harm reduction. I'm not interested in harm reduction, all right? Oh, well, they could only kill one person instead of 10. Well, one's still too fucking many. We need to ask the question of what's making these people commit these acts of violence. What's making them feel safe enough, or feel that committing these acts is what's the word I'm looking for here? That committing these acts is the acceptable way to get anything accomplished, is what I'm trying to say. You know, it's something that we as a society obviously all agree violence is a bad thing, be it political, you know, any type of violence is bad. So that's a given. But nobody wants to discuss that problem. They always want to either talk about the tools involved or the rhetoric or whatnot. It all boils down to the underlying violence problem. And if we don't solve that, these kind of things, unfortunately, are going to continue to happen. Because our country has become, and I say this all seriousness, I don't take it lightly when I say it, but the United States is a dead nation. As far as, I mean, we are still living here, everything's still running, the economy's still going. But as far as ideology goes, the idea that we are all Americans, and left and right say it all the fucking time, but you guys don't really mean it, because you mean different things when you say it, okay? And I love how everyone will deny it too. But the reality is, it's all over the fucking internet. You guys have been yelling this shit at each other for fucking years. For years. I mean, a fucking major right-wing personality gets murdered, and you're shocked. You want to blame the guns and not the decade of, oh, they're Nazis, they're fascists, they're racists, they're xenophobes, homophobes, whoopie-whoopie-whoop. You're not going to blame that. You're not going to blame all the fear and hate rhetoric, the obvious fucking answer? No, because that makes you look bad. That ruins your position and everything that you fought for. All because you want to win. So you spent years and years vilifying people, all because of their politics, or simply not agreeing with you on a few issues. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I say I voted for Kamala in the last election, but I didn't even bother fucking voting. You know, it was a waste of time and energy to me, because I knew voting was not going to fix the problems our society is facing. It's just not. The people that you vote in don't give a shit about you, aside from you voting them back into power next election cycle. That is a reality. Doesn't matter if they are Republican or Democrat. Nobody gives a fuck about you. None of these people do. And you can see now, even after this tragic event, they all jump out there and give their platitudes. Oh, we're a poor political violence. It's horrible. We disagree with it. But then they're going to start spitting the rhetoric tomorrow. By Wednesday of next week, you guys will be Nazis, fascists, racists, and xenophobes all over again. And when the next act of political violence comes out, they're gonna point to the gun, or they're gonna point to something else, because it's never the responsibility of the people whose words bring about those actions. Never. And granted, most of the responsibility bears into the actions of the person pulling the trigger. That's a given. But most people wouldn't be in this position if we hadn't spent over a decade filling people full of fear and hatred over who they fucking voted for. That's it. That's all it becomes. They support X, so they must be they must be evil, they must be so-and-so or whatnot. And that has irreparably divided this nation. I don't care how many of you try to play it off that, oh, we talk shit on each other, but I would never call. Motherfucker, I have seen you all call for violence plenty of times against your political opponents. Both sides. I'm not gonna play here like one's better than the other. You know, I'm personally, and I know a lot of people shit on me all the time for this, I have no political party. My fucking position is I'm trying to live my fucking life inside of this fucking broken and corrupt system that I don't get a choice in. There's nowhere on this goddamn planet I can move that I could have real fucking freedom, except maybe North Sentinel Island, and them fuckers like their freedom so much they'll throw a fucking spear at you. But I'll admit it, I like my fucking internet a little too much to go live with them anyways, so I'm willing to tolerate a certain level of bullshit. But the reality is, there's too much bullshit. There's far too much. There's too many people dying. There's too many things just falling apart around us constantly. And nobody does a damn thing about it other than bitch and cry on the internet and vote in the same corrupt fucks that gave us this system in the first place over and over and over again. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Like, you get what you vote for? I hate the fucking idea of even saying that out loud. But how many of these fucking faces have changed? Really, realistically, how many have changed in the past 10 years? Not that fucking many. I mean, sure, you've had a few at the top. But look, you had Biden was in office for how fucking long? Kamala's been in office for how fucking long? You know? These people are career politicians. And they have made a career out of manipulating you into keeping them in power, Democrat and Republican alike. Tomorrow they'll stand up and say, well, these guys are evil, whoop-de-woo, vote for us instead, or vote for me, vote, and nothing's going to fight. Biden said it himself. Nothing will fundamentally change. And nothing has. No, at least nothing for the positive. It stays in a fucking negative downward spiral. And everybody suffers. We all suffer for it. I'm fucking tired of it. I know there's nothing I can do about it except for maybe talk shit on the internet every now and again. I mean, open up this stream like I've got going on now and ramble into the microphone. But in the end of the day, that's about all I can fucking do. Marching in the streets and all this fucking demonstrating and protesting does fucking nothing. Nothing. I don't care what you guys... Other than building optics for your side that you can use to vilify... Oh, hey, look, we've got more people than these people showing up to what's... You know, that's all you've got. Really. Other than that... the government doesn't... Trump certainly doesn't give a fuck about any of these protests. It's a massive waste of time. In my book, it always has been. Maybe back in the earlier days, like in the 60s and shit, sure. But we have instant communication at our fingertips. Things have fucking changed. You know? You show me a picture of 1,000 or a huge crowd of people out in front of a building and tell me, oh, look at this massive protest. We have so much support. And then you look at the numbers and it's less than 1% of the population of the city they're protesting in. It's not that fucking much support. Protesting doesn't mean shit. I don't do it. My form of protesting is simply fucking telling all of them to fuck off and trying to live my life despite the government and system at this point. That's the best I can fucking do. And if enough of you lose fucking confidence in this shit and tell these people to fuck off, maybe things would actually improve around here. Maybe people would stop fucking dying. We'd stop importing fucking people that we don't have the ability to support, so they have to find ways to support themselves by stealing or whatever the fuck it may be. You know, maybe if we actually had the real conversations we can't have without dropping words like isms and accusations and all this shit, we could actually make a positive change in society. But at this point, everyone is just more focused with pointing a finger at the others and screaming it's your fault. Well, things don't happen or things don't change for the better simply by pointing at each other and shrieking all the fucking time. It really doesn't. I don't think there's no fucking easy solution to this either. I don't want violence any more than anybody else. In fact, we've had far too much already. Far too much. And it's sad that Charlie Kirk's passing had to be the thing that set so many people off to some of this realizations. And I pray for his family and his children. I mean, I couldn't imagine being that young and not knowing. I mean, I'm sure at some point as they get older, they'll learn who their father was, but like not being there to like grow up with them, that's going to be hard. And I feel for that family, you know, and the family of, brain damage. The gal on the subway, I cannot remember her name correctly, and I do not want to pronounce it incorrectly. It'll come to me in a minute. So when I do remember it, I will say it. I just don't want to get it wrong at the moment. So anyways, you know, these are tragic events. And there's not much that we could really have done to stop them at this point because of the amount of political zealotry and hyperpolarization that exists in this country and keeps us attacking and fighting each other. I don't know how to get around that. When millions of people feel millions of others as traitors and terrorists, I don't see how you have a nation after that, you know? And then they will try to play it off like that rhetoric is not what brought them to this point. Like, come on. Really. Like, you guys have... how do you build those? Like, you guys have spent... fucking a decade calling people fascists, Nazis, and every other name in the book. And then when they get murdered, punch a Nazi, and only good fascist is a dead fascist. And then somebody kills Charlie Kirk, and you're going to sit here and play, we don't want violence. But you're literally calling these people Nazis and then saying to kill Nazis and punch Nazis. What the fuck do you expect? You can't claim the moral high ground at this point. You really fucking can't. You know, and I don't see how anybody can be taken seriously if they're trying to play this shit off as gun violence or anything else than what it is. Political violence. Period. End of story. And if you want to try to say, you know, someone pointed out in another post they made about the congresswoman who was assassinated in I think Ohio or wherever it was a while back. Yes, that was political violence too. Like, I'm not excusing that. You know, you can't wipe one hand with the other. They're both fucking political violence events. They're both fucking wrong. Obviously, it's not like I'm saying one is worse than the other or trying to wipe them. Like, you guys are the ones that are trying to fucking excuse one with the other. All right, I'm fucking tired of that shit. It's old and it's annoying. Yeah, I don't know. But if you guys are listening to me ramble on all my bullshit, and you want to weigh in, like I said, you can join the conversation by going to www.dainbramageentertainment.com and clicking the link to join us on the Discord. It's wide open. Anybody can join at any time and jump on call while we are streaming if I am in the general channel. So feel free to hop on and give a rant or you know, whatever you got on your mind. We're here to listen and you know, do what we can. So, yeah, that being said, I don't know. I don't usually live in fear, but I gotta tell you, one thing I do fear is waking up and seeing what the news is tomorrow. I don't know what that's gonna be. If it's gonna lead to more acts of political violence. I hope things de-escalate. I mean, that's a given. Nobody wants things to get worse. But I honestly don't see how you de-escalate things when literally people view you as a traitor to the country simply for who you voted for. You know, millions of people are viewed as un-American over political differences. I don't see how you come back from that. How does and this is a serious question for anyone left or right. You know, if you have been if you had spent the past 10 years calling your neighbor a Nazi or being called a Nazi by your neighbor, how exactly do you reconcile that going forward after everything that's happened? What does it take for you guys to shake hands and become fucking at least neighbors or fellow Americans again, I should say? You know, what is that going to take? Because I don't know. I couldn't tell you, and I don't even have the slightest clue if it's even possible. So I put it out to everyone else. You tell me, what's it going to take to fix the divide that was created in this country by career politicians hell-bent on keeping us fighting each other so we wouldn't turn on them? Is this the moment that's gonna open up people's eyes? I fucking doubt it, because a lot of people are just pushing back into their bullshit fucking rhetoric they've been pulling all along. You know, oh, it's not our fault. We didn't say mean things. He said divisive things, and no, it's victim blaming. But however you want to word it, it's fucked up either way. You know, people are losing their lives. And they have been all along. Like I said, I'm not trying to downplay anyone that lost their lives before these most recent events. Just these are the most visual as of late. And it's still fresh in people's minds. I don't want to have anyone think that I'm trying to jump on the back of their tragedy to pick up popularity points or anything like that. By all means, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just sharing my thoughts and trying to give everybody an open space to speak their piece as well. Okay? So, either way, yeah, I'm just hoping that tomorrow brings, I don't want to say good news, but less misfortunate news. Let's put it that way. You know, less bad things happen tomorrow. You know, things de-escalate. Maybe we actually have some quality conversations and some fucking divides get closed up a little bit. Not closed completely, but we just push things back a little bit. Stop shoving so far away from each other. You know, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's even something that people want at this point, really. I mean, there's just so much hate in people's hearts. And I've been saying for the longest time, don't hold hate in your heart for anybody. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I didn't catch the name. It went by too quickly. Sorry about that, bud, but I appreciate you anyways. Shoot. There goes the brain damage again. What the hell was I talking about? Alright, so here's you found me on one of my bad moments here. If I get distracted and I'm in the middle of something, I'm going to completely forget what it was. And in order for me to either remember it or pick up the track, I've got to rewind back a ways. Brain damage sucks sometimes. Give me a second. Yeah. Shit. What are we talking about? Well, that was fun. Way to completely derail the conversation, Deacon. Oh, shit. Oh. So anyways, I do have some fear about waking up tomorrow. I have a ton of hope that, I jumped into the first space I've ever been on X today, and it was hosted by Gator Gar, an account I stumbled across in my random scrolling on X. And I heard some good opinions in there. I heard, a lot of people hurting and suffering through this tragic times. And a lot of good points made. And, I didn't get a chance to speak because I had some things I had to take care of, but I didn't even think I really needed to. That was just the time they needed to heal and do their thing, and I was just happy I could be there to be a part of it. Life's all about experience, and that's what I want to do, is experience all sorts of new things with a bunch of people, new people. Sadly, this is one of those fucking tragic experiences that happen from time to time, but maybe hopefully, I should say, some good things will come out of this, be it real conversations for change, or real examinations under what brought us to this point in the first place. You know, like how did we get to the point where this level of violence was thought to be either acceptable or the correct action to take to achieve whatever end you have in mind? You know, we can't have that conversation as long as we're at each other's throats thanks to political hyperpolarization. And with the celebrating that I have seen over Charlie Kirk's death today, I don't see an end to that hyperpolarization anytime soon. So, you know, I appreciate y'all coming and giving me a listen tonight. If you are, I appreciate the new follower coming along. This is just like I said, a random open stream tonight. If anybody wants to join and jump in and talk, our Discord is open. You can join by DainBramageEntertainment.com and click the link on the top page there, and it'll bring you right in. Tons of features and content there. I'm trying to update everything daily and bring you guys tons of cool shit, because made that my ultimate goal here in the latter half of my life. Is I want to work into entertainment. I want to be amusing. I want to build cool shit, take you guys on cool adventures, and you know, the ultimate end goal is to build a heated indoor theme park in the Arctic up here. So don't know if it'll happen, but I'm going to put all the effort I can into it and do what I can to make that happen. So stick around, and you know, appreciate y'all coming along for the ride, and hopefully I can build something cool for you all to enjoy. Sad that you know, we're having this conversation under these circumstances, but that is the world we live in. You know, if it's not World War III, we've sitting on the brink of civil war in this country for God knows how long, and this is just another escalation toward that end. It's gonna sound really fucked up, but I'm almost at the point that I would just rather the nuclear bombs fall and humanity have a reset than keep playing this fucking constant escalation toward madness that we've been dealing with, you know. But I don't know. I'm just some brain damaged idiot up in the fucking Arctic making silly content on the internet and playing video games. What do I know? Smarter men than me have had these conversations. I don't know how you build rams, but I don't think we're going to build them. I think we're just going to go tons of archers and ponies. Maybe some of these guys. Can't go wrong with archers and ponies. So anyways, yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Unfortunately, like I said, the United States, I personally believe, is dead. Everything, see, when you think of shit, especially when you look at the history books, it always feels very condensed and very quick. Because most part, you're reading it in just a couple paragraphs. But some of this stuff takes decades to escalate, reach the peak, and then finally collapse down the other side. I don't know if we are at the peak of this one yet, or if we're still climbing the mountain, but all I know is we're headed somewhere, and I don't see us turning back. I see it continuing forward, and more tragedy and violence coming our direction. Whether it be left wing or right wing, it doesn't matter. There's going to be it coming from one direction or the other, because that's how it is. Nobody has done anything to de-escalate. It's just been up and up and up. We have seen silence for the most part when it comes to certain issues. Others are flat out excused, and the massive amounts of hypocrisy going around is just insane. It just amazes me. But you know, There's nothing I can really do about it other than, like I said, talk shit on the internet. And here we are. Just another day with another tragic escalation and more good people dead. I, I just hope that tomorrow everyone takes chill. We don't need. I'm sure a lot of people want revenge. A lot of people want to make others hurt for this, and I can understand it. But it's also not the right course of action. Be the bigger man. Use your words to fight. And I get it. It's hard. It is very hard because, even when you just try to stick with words, some people still resort to violence. Defend yourself. That's the best advice I can say. I'm not telling you to be violent in return. Just do what you can to protect yourself and protect others if need be. But, it is up to you to take your personal safety into your own responsibility. No one else is going to do it. I wish they would. We certainly pay enough people that they're supposed to, but it doesn't work out like that. So, I don't know. My God, that dog is annoying. He only wants out here because I'm out here. And he doesn't even like me. He's just going to come out here and then go right back inside. It's all because I have the door closed. My wife's big dog. And he's not a bad dog. He's just annoying. He's like a half husky, half Great Pyrenees, and all obnoxious. So I'm probably going to have to release him in a minute just again to stop scratching at the door so I don't have that odd audio in the background. Might get a little loud for a minute. Hope it doesn't, but we'll see what happens when that time comes. I debate. I thought about, I've been running the Dain Bramage radio stream every day for like a month now with music and memes, and I thought about doing a Charlie Kirk honorary meme stream tomorrow. But I don't feel like it's fitting with the music that I typically portray on the radio station. So I might not do that. I mean, I usually mock the shit out of people. Most of my songs are kind of dirty and fucked up in their own ways. So like, I don't want to mix that with the tragedy of what happened to Charlie Kirk. Even if it's done in memory of him, I still feel like it would be done in bad taste with the music that we run. So I'm not going to do that. I mean, I do have it running tonight in the background of this stream, but it's low volume and it's not the focus of the main content that we've got going on here. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to I don't know. I'll probably run something else tomorrow, but just out of respect for the family, I'm not going to pair that with the Dain Bramage music that we have. I don't want to capitalize off people's tragedies, and I certainly don't want anyone to think that's what I'm trying to do with this stream tonight. I just wanted to chat with people if they wanted to talk, and this is the only way I know how to do it. I live in the rural Arctic. I'm an extreme introvert. Hell, it took me 4 months to just work up the courage to get on the microphone to do this, what I've been doing so far. And, so I'm just out here to have fun. I'm not here to get rich or do all that other shit. I'm just sharing my thoughts and, hoping something in there, helps somebody. If it does or doesn't, I don't know. I mean, I ramble on and I talk a lot of stupid shit, so feel free to comment and tell me I'm a dumbass. So half the time I am. I'm not gonna. I accept it. I know what I am. You know, that's why the whole freaking company is named Dain Bramage Entertainment, because I know what I am. I accept it and I use it for my. Oh, we made it in. Get in there, boys. You know, I'm just out there to have fun, enjoy myself. I have a full-time job. Everything's paid off for the most part, so I'm doing this to. It started out to amuse myself, and now I want to amuse everybody else. You know, I'm just looking to have a good time and meet cool people. So, you know, that out of respect for them, I'm not gonna do that. I'm rambling again. Look at that. But it's late, and I'm talking to myself. So what do you expect? Get him! Get him! No, the castle, guys. Get the castle. The castle cut. That's what's gonna kill you. You. Next buildings catch fire. Oh, do that one. Yeah. Wreck it. Well, I might end the stream once I complete this mission, guys. I've been rambling for almost 40 minutes now. I appreciate anybody who joined tonight and listened along. Oh, look at that. We beat it. Let's figure this out. Get him, Genghis. Yeah, we're going into Jongdu tonight, baby. Shaboom, victory. Well, everybody, I'd like to thank you for joining me tonight as I rambled on about, you know, my thoughts on everything going on. And if you're struggling with, you know, everything that's happened today and over the last week or so, feel free to hit me up if you want. I'm open to chat anytime. You can hit me up on Discord. You can catch me on X. Those two go right to my phone pretty much 24/7. And about the only time I don't answer is if I'm sleeping. So I'm always here to chat, share stories, just be a bitching post. If you want to yell at somebody for no fucking reason, I'm happy to do it. And, you know, I don't have to, everything's safe with me. Your secrets are safe. I do everything anonymously if you send it to me in a private message. So, don't hesitate to reach out if you just need to reach out, all right? That being said, I appreciate you guys. Have a great evening. I know that's kind of counterintuitive under the circumstances, but either way, I do appreciate y'all, and I do wish everyone the best. I just realized Ask After Grass is playing as I'm giving this outro. And see what I mean about my music being somewhat inappropriate for running a memorial broadcast for somebody? I fully get that. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Appreciate y'all, and stay safe out there. Much love.